Good morning, folks, and welcome back to another edition of Wells Fargo Friday. We are actually here at Candy's Tolteca in Fresno, California. Now, if you're anything like me, and I grew up here in the Valley, I'm a Reedley girl, I remember eating these growing up. In fact, every time I go to my grandma's, she still has a pantry full of them. So, I bet you didn't know that they were distributed right here in Fresno, California. We're here today talking with Wells Fargo and CDFI and the company who makes them. So, Jeremy, tell us a little bit about CDFI. What does it stand for?
Sure. Fresno CDFI stands for Community Development Financial Institution, and we're a nonprofit loan fund that works with small businesses, entrepreneurs to get them financing, get them money to either get started up or to expand what they're already doing.
So Candy's Tolteca was actually one of these companies that came to you. They needed a loan from Wells Fargo, and you were kind of the middleman. You bridged the gap between a small business and a large bank, right?
Right. When Candy's Tolteca came to us, they couldn't get access from more traditional financing like Wells Fargo at the time. They needed a bridge, so to speak. It was a small loan, but it was enough to get them to the point where they were then ready to go to a larger bank like Wells Fargo, which they actually did, and they were able to get the financing that they needed to then expand into new markets, hire 7 new people. They have new territories, so they've really benefited from these programs.
Gil, now you work for Wells Fargo, is that right?
Yes. I'm a commercial loan officer with Wells Fargo Bank, and partly responsible for bringing the Candy's Tolteca over to the CDFI. So it's been a great collaboration, great partnership between the two, and it's a beautiful thing to see, 7 people put, in this tough economic time that now have a job thanks to this great partnership.
Now, Wells Fargo, you're one of 600 team members, 600 people that actually volunteer and help out on boards for loans and things like that. So Candy's Tolteca came to you for a loan, and there was a little bit of a breakdown, and they needed some more, information. They needed some more resources, and you hooked them up with CDFI. Is that right?
Yes, actually, I take pride in trying to be a complete banker and having access to resources. Not only do we have the CDFI, but we work with a number of other nonprofits to provide technical assistance, access to capital, and we want to be part of the solution for these entrepreneurs that are taking these risks and really trying to make a difference and stimulate and provide jobs for many folks here in the Valley. So it's a great thing.
So a small business comes to you, you take all the intimidation out, because I think it's intimidating. Anytime you go to a bank, you just don't know exactly what you're going to get. You don't know what you need, if you have all your paperwork, if you don't, if you're small potatoes compared to the people they normally deal with. So nice guy like you helps them out and says, you know what, there's a company that can help you and help you get all your paperwork in order and all your ducks in a row so that you can come here to our bank and get a loan.
Absolutely. I like to think of myself as a quarterback. I try to, find the best player and the best fit for the clients and get them to the resources that they need. In this particular instance, it was a great collaboration with the CDFI and Wells Fargo providing access to capital.
Okay, now Blanc's here, and what I want to know is how CDFI and Wells Fargo and you, Gil, actually came into fruition. Blanc, tell us a little bit about that.
Sure. When we started out, it was just a small loan program for refugees in Fresno County. And at the time, we were just a small program of the Fresno County EOC. Of course, since then, we've grown and become our own separate entity, the Fresno CDFI. But how we got Gil involved was, we realized that a small nonprofit lender like ourselves could not really take on a whole lot of risk, considering the small amount of funds that we had to work with, and the challenges of underwriting these loans. And so we know that we needed the expertise of the banks, but because we don't have the training and the best thing for us to do would be to leverage our resources that's within the community. So we went out and we talked to banks to get them to provide us with volunteers, who had the expertise. And Gil just happened to be at a function where I was, and I went up to Gil and I said, you know what, this is what we're doing. I challenge you to contribute to what we're doing to help the low-income communities and those entrepreneurs out there that are are not able to go to the banks. And Gil was, very enthusiastic about wanting to help out, and so he volunteered to sit on a loan committee.
So basically, when you challenged him, being the quarterback that he is, he just couldn't turn it down.
Absolutely. I definitely take a lot of pride in working with the group. Not only is it myself, but there's 7 other members that sit on the loan committee. It's a lot of hard work, trying to figure out the right way to structure these credits and help mitigate the risk and provide access to capital. It's been very rewarding, and I'm very pleased to be a part of this group and organization and making a difference here for our community.
Well, we have a ton more questions for you, Gil, because I really want to know more about how Wells Fargo has gotten involved, but we're going to have to take a break. So stick around for more Valley Life right after this.